to be a threat in the Orlando Magic. Excuse me, and now they're going up against the Miami Heat, and it's a different ball game. Let me say this, because it's incredibly important to say this to Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, who's obviously a phenomenal player with a phenomenal future. And in light of the social justice issues that just took place last week, where they were ready to forfeit a game, we all know that Giannis Antetokounmpo deserves a boatload of credit for Milwaukee taking the stance it took, standing with his teammates George Hill, Sterling Brown, and others, and electing not to play. But here's the bottom line. You have the cachet and the basketball prowess because of your defensive prowess, where asking the reporter that question and having an attitude about it or whatever the case may be is inexcusable. The reality of the situation, Greek freak, if you are listening, is that if you got a guy that's dropping in the midst of dropping 40, why didn't you ask to guard him? We don't want to hear, well, you just do what the coach tells you to do. Of course you do what the coach tells you to do. But throughout NBA history, we've seen stars that said, bump that, this is what I'm doing. And a coach doesn't stop you. A coach is very good about going about the business from an X's and O's standpoint and saying, okay, this is what I want to do. But the true superstars in the game have the cachet to say, I'm going to handle that. Which is why you saw Kawhi on Luka Doncic even more in Game 6 because of what he allowed to transpire. I believe it was Game 4 when Luka Doncic dropped a triple-double that included 43 points, and Kawhi wasn't guarding him near the end when he hit that game-winning shot. Allowed to be switched off and ended up with Luka Doncic being defended by Reggie Jackson. The superstars in this game, particularly when you are renowned for your defensive prowess, doesn't leave that responsibility to somebody else unless it's an elite guard, but you're asking them to guard somebody like Shaq. Now, that would be different. But if you are an elite defender and there's no size issue, you don't put that responsibility on somebody else. You handle it yourself. And the Greek freak did not do that last night. That's not on Budenholzer. That's on the Greek freak.
Yeah, this is a debate show, but from time to time, we're thinking about it along the same lines. The history of the NBA has been, and one of the reasons I think I like it, because I'm a big boxing fan, has been that the player, the star player, the superstar player, has a little more agency over what he does at the end of a game than in other sports. It's not a one-on-one sport, but it is a sport where